And a good evening to you from Clinton College. Today on YouTube, it's Lady Golden Bears basketball as unbeaten Clinton at 3-0 takes on the 4-1 Carolina Christian Centurions. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Let's meet the starting lineups. How about it? First for Carolina Christian, starting is number 1, Shakira Brown. Number 2 is Amari Hightower. Number 12, Amua Williams. And number 20, Lexus Hauser. Also starting today for Carolina Christian is number 24, Jasmine Blue. For Jessica Blair in her 5th season in Clinton College, it's number 0, Logan Taylor McDaniel. Number 5, Kalia Smith. And number 11, Tiffany Reed in the backcourt. And up front, it's number 22, Jakiah Willis. And number 23 is Tamia Johnson-Charles. That's the starters for both of these teams. As I mentioned, Carolina Christian is 4-1. They won 85-60 at Salem back on Tuesday. Their lone loss against an NAIA program, Columbia International, 80-70 back on the 27th of October. So good program coming here to test the Golden Bears, who are unbeaten after winning Monday 73-61 against Morris at the Rock Hill Sports Complex. Clinton shot just 33% in that game, but they got 22 steals and 16 offensive rebounds. Logan Taylor McDaniel had a season-high 27 points with 10 boards. Rayana Davis had 22 and 5 assists. Tiffany Reed had 9 rebounds and 7 steals. Final of a 3-game homestand for Clinton. The next 3 straight will be on the road. They'll be at Morris for a rematch on Saturday. Take on Edward Waters on Monday, and then at Voorhees next Saturday. So 3 straight on the road after this homestand. Clinton would like to stay unbeaten. We'll see. Going to be a tough test here today against a very good Carolina Christian team who is living on the road right now, almost exclusively 8 of their first 9 games on the road this season. Just about set to go. It will be Reed the Tippett with Hauser for Carolina Christian as we're just about set. Settle in, everybody. First of a doubleheader. As always, we appreciate you joining us. All right, ready to go. Ball's up, and it's tipped and controlled by Clinton. Smith taking it right wing, and they'll hand it off to Willis, who will set up the offense for the Golden Bears. So a little bit of an offensive struggle, yes, on Monday, but Smith starts the scoring party. Kalia Smith shooting just 1 out of 7 from behind the arc. Looking good on that one. Brown on the left wing for Carolina Christian, doubled up, shoots it short. Rebound controlled by Logan Taylor McDaniel, who averages 9.3 rebounds per ball game. Willis back to Smith, same spot, bang again, it's 6-zip. So Kalia Smith, who averages 8 points per ball game, has 6 in the first 50 seconds of this one. Hightower into the front court. Guarded by Willis and called for steps. So Jakiah Willis forcing the turnover and already a timeout by Carolina Christian. So they're not messing around. A slow start here in the opening minute for Carolina Christian. This is a team that also, common opponents are always what you look for, and Carolina Christian beat Payne 95-86 at home. That was their lone home game during this first half of the first semester for the Centurions from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Meanwhile, Clinton College, they've been forcing a lot of turnovers. They have 52 steals in the first 3 games and at least 15 in each game so far. 3 players, by the way, Reed, Johnson, Charles, and Willis, average at least 3 steals per game. Willis forced that turnover, brings it up out of the timeout. 2-3 zone defense for Carolina Christian. Willis up top, bounce pass to Taylor McDaniel, 4-3, too strong, offensive rebound, fought for, but Hightower gets in there, and then she traveled again. That's the second travel on Hightower. So the ball will go back to the Bears. Smith will inbound it. 8:43 left to go, just underway, and we've had a lot of activity in this opening minute and change. Willis top of the key, swings it right side, Johnson-Charles. Back to Willis, same spot. She'll step into one. Missed it short, chases down her miss, throws it up. It's blocked out of bounds. Last touch by Carolina Christian. We have 2 more home games here in the month of November, and 5 more total, not counting today. Smith heating up, can't get it. Another offensive rebound. So Clinton, even when they're having offensive struggles, their hustle and their ability to get on the glass has really propelled them to this 3-0 start. Floating it up and in, Taylor McDaniel gets her first 2 of the game, leading the team at 19 points per ball game, shooting 37% from the field. 8-zip, Brown into the forecourt. Here is Hauser, and another turnover called on the Centurions. Early sub is Jasmine Blue coming in for Tiara Lee. We had Blue as a starter, but apparently Lee started. 2 minutes in, Willis into the forecourt. Cross court, Smith to Taylor McDaniel. Logan, the bounce pass to Johnson-Charles. Turnaround from the free throw line, no good. Rebound controlled by Hauser. High pass goes to Hightower. Hightower steps into one, throws it up. No call, a lot of contact. They're letting them play. Ball thrown ahead. Now Smith is tied up in a wrestling match, and a jump ball called. It'll go back to the Centurions. Carolina Christian from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, yet to get on the board. This is a relatively young program. The men's team has been around for, I want to say, about 4 or 5 years. The women's team is in the early stages. Hightower has turned it over for the 3rd time in the first 2 minutes and 33 seconds. So ball back to the Lady Bears. Willis over to Smith on the right. She has 6 of the first 8. Cross court, Taylor McDaniel has the other 2. Scoops it over to Smith. Smith into the corner. It's Willis for 3. Yes! 11-0 Clinton. What a start for the Golden Bears. Brown into the forecourt. Brown, double team, got it out. Elbow jumper by Blue, and the Centurions on the board. Quickly into the forecourt comes Clinton. Clinton, 86 points per ball game. As you know, they score. They are a high-flying, high-attacking team. Willis split a double. Runner was short. Taylor McDaniel's shot blocked, and it's taken away by Blue. Full court to Hightower, who volleyball tapped it over to Williams, who lays it up and in. Back-to-back buckets for Carolina Christian. It's a 7-point game. Past 6.5 to go. Here comes Smith to the bucket, throws it up off the glass. No, rebound controlled by Brown. Brown lost the dribble out of bounds. So a turnover again. That's the 4th now on Carolina Christian here in the opening minutes. Tamia Johnson-Charles will inbound it. Leading the team in field goal percentage at 52%, Tamia. Another double-double threat at 11 and 9 per game on the season. Willis gets a screen now. Hauser on her. There's got to be a mismatch somewhere. Taylor McDaniel with the hand in her face. Can't get it to go. So a hot start for the Lady Bears. And now Willis pokes it away. What defense this young player for Clinton is bringing. Jakaya Willis is scrambling. She is one of 3 players I mentioned who averaged over 3 steals a game here in the first 3 games of the season. Foul going to be called on Carolina Christian, and Kayla Mascara coming into the game. She'll replace Williams. Smith will inbound it. Just 4 seconds off the shot clock. Bounce pass into Tiffany Reed is deflected out. Last touch by Clinton. So early turnover for the Golden Bears. Back-to-back buckets. Now for the Centurions, trying to get on a run here. Mascara swings it out. That three by Brown is off. Reed the rebound. Willis surveys as she brings it up on the far side, takes it between the circles, now driving right at the lane. Got cut off, turnaround jumper. Oh, I thought that was going. It didn't. Johnson Charles, yet another offensive rebound. Taylor McDaniel for three, too strong, and the rebound is controlled by Blue for the Centurions. Mascara into the forecourt. Blue is going to be fouled. Well, Clinton has cooled off, still leading by 7, though. Let's take another look at some nice offense in the early going from Smith, who has 6 of the 11 points on 2 3-pointers here for Clinton. Nearing the midway point of quarter number 1. Entry pass deflected by Reed. Stays with Carolina Christian behind the back. Brown now attacks. Throws it up in and out. Tip for the rebound. Reed fought for that one against 2 defenders and won that battle. Willis, Johnson, Charles. Corner 3 is up. Too strong by Smith. Tipped rebound comes to Hightower. Hightower attacks. Too strong off the glass. Smith, the rebound. Throws it over everybody's head. A little bit too strong for Reed, and the ball goes out of bounds. Minnie Griffin into the game for Carolina Christian, wearing number 4. So it's Griffin and Mascara and Hightower in the backcourt. Up front, it's Hauser and Blue. That's for Carolina Christian. No subs yet for Jessica Blair. Taylor McDaniel, Smith, Reed, Willis, and Johnson Charles all on the court. Another turnover. That's the 5th for Carolina Christian already with 4:27 to go. Willis calls out a play as she walks it up. Willis between the circles from deep. Off the back rim, once, twice, and the tipped rebound is controlled by Hightower, who flies into the forecourt again, swings it left wing. Griffin for 3, off the front iron. Johnson Charles aboard. Smith into the forecourt, 3-on-3. So we've been stuck on 11-4 for about a minute or so now. A couple minutes maybe even. Willis. Nice screen and roll. That was Reed with the bucket. Tiffany Reed scores. Set the pick and then rolled to the hoop. Hightower. Lost the dribble, got it back. Yes, and the foul. So Amari Hightower will try to complete an old-school 3-point play. Monique Hauser coming in. Replacing Alexis Hauser. So Hauser for Hauser. Jasmine Blue also checking out as Emia Bass comes in for the first time. Past 3.5 left to go. 2 team fouls on Clinton, just 1 on the Centurions. Correct the score there. I gave Clinton that point. Can't do that. 13-7. 6-point lead for the Lady Bears. Willis over to Taylor McDaniel. Back to Willis. Willis splits the defense. And that pass was deflected out of bounds. Nope. Nobody touched it, so it'll be another turnover for Clinton. Hightower, far side of your screen. Swings it out right wing. Griffin for 3. Yes, it's a 2-pointer. Foot was on the line. Carolina Christian found themselves down 8-0. Now have closed the gap in half to 4. Willis surveys against the zone. Back to Smith. Cross court, Taylor McDaniel. Johnson Charles, good ball movement to Willis for 3. Too strong. Hightower the rebound. Hightower pushes it into the forecourt. Takes it to the right wing. 2:27 left to go. Top of the key. Another three for Griffin. Not that time. Rebound by Reed. Our first sub for Clinton getting set to come in. It'll be Mines. Traveling is the call on Smith. So here comes Taylor Mines, the junior. Played her first game on Monday. 8 points. She also had 3 assists and 2 steals in that game. Took a lot of charges, too. Hightower. Pass back to Hightower on the baseline. Shot clock is at 12. And foul going to be called here. It'll be the third on Clinton. Shakira Brown checks back in for Carolina Christian. So Hightower back at the line for 2. Two for 2 so far. Can make it a 2-point game now. Low scoring first quarter. We saw this on Monday as well. I said it's a 3-shot foul, so my apologies, can cut it to a 1-point game. And she does. So 4 straight free throws from Hightower. She's got 6 total points in the game. Catch and shoot by Smith. Her third three-pointer of the quarter. Clinton needed that one. They had been in a funk a little bit offensively. 16-12 now, 4-point lead with 1:40 left to go. And it looks like Hightower might have went into the backcourt there. Hounding defense again by Smith, who is red hot offensively. And her defense is also forcing turnovers. Let's take another look at the third three-pointer already for Kalia Smith. I mentioned came in with not the highest percentage from behind the arc, but still very early going in the season. Take some of these stats with a grain of salt until I'd say about, well, the second semester really. Smith off that time. Another offensive rebound, though, and Smith's pass intercepted. Nice defense, Griffin. She's going to take it herself, miss it. Hightower the rebound, put back no good. Willis has the rebound. Nobody back for Reed, who lays it up and in for an easy 2. Just like that, Clinton pushes it back out to a 6-point lead. 1:09 left to go in this opening quarter. High pass by Brown. Blue recovers. Brown, Blue, and Hightower all in the backcourt. Her three-pointer well off the mark. Mines the board. Now Willis attacks. Willis. And she's going to the line. You know what? She's upset with herself that she missed that bucket, but that was a smart play. I was watching the Lakers game the other night, and the Houston Rockets were just throwing their bodies right into the defenders. And here's the right play to make, Houston Rockets. You see that defender waiting to take that charge, and the smart play by the freshman. Like I said, she's mad about the bucket, but that was beautiful offense right there by Jakaya. You step around it. You don't crash into them. Houston probably would have beat the Lakers the other night had they not. There was like 3 of those. 3 times. I think LeBron took 2 of them. Smart offense. Lead back to 8. Going quickly, Carolina Christian. Hauser can't get it to go from the right block. Here come the Lady Bears. It's Willis on the far side. Willis attacks and shuffled her feet. She tried to pull up. But not enough tread in the tracks. So 9-second difference between the game and shot clock, as you can see on your screen. Hightower, bounce pass to Brown. Brown around one defender. Brown from right of the lane, bounce passes it into Bass. It's swung out to Hightower. 10 to shoot. Open look at a three in the corner is off the back rim from Bass. And the shot clock is off, but Clinton's going to turn it over. Taylor McDaniel bounced past it, and Willis tried to save it, but it was over the line. Centurions can get the final shot here. So they cut it to 2. This is the second time Lady Bears have been up by 8, matching their biggest lead. Runner, nice job by Hightower. Boy, she's a weapon. And that will do it for 1 quarter. So Clinton starts strong, then went through a middle funk, but still has a 6-point lead, 20-14 after 1 quarter. You're watching Lady Golden Bears basketball here on YouTube. We'll be back with the second quarter. There's a look at the upcoming schedule, so we'll be off for a couple of weeks. Ladies will be road tripping for 3 straight. Back with you on the 18th, and then 4 days later on the 22nd. Early start times for the games on that Monday for the Thanksgiving holiday break. And I believe that's the last game of the semester for the Clinton women. They're going to be off all of December. Taylor McDaniel starts the second quarter with a hard-earned bucket. Logan Taylor McDaniel with Smith, Reed, Mines, and Willis. That's the 5 on the floor. Willis, left wing Smith from the mid-range, can't get it. Hightower tiptoes, and a tie-up going to be called as Smith had one arm with Hauser, and it will be Carolina Christian ball on the jump ball. So just underway here in the second quarter. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. It is chilly today. We skipped fall, went right to winter. It's like 44 degrees outside. Bass throws it up to Griffin, too strong off the glass. Reed the rebound. Logan Taylor McDaniel into the forecourt on the right wing. Good ball movement. Finding the open Mines. Too strong on the 3. Brown the rebound for the Centurions of Carolina Christian. Brown bounce pass underneath. Hauser bucket in the foul. The eyes were drawn to Brown, and she recognized that. Now an opportunity for a 3-point play. It's Blue, Oscara, and Williams all checking back in for Carolina Christian, joining Brown and Hauser as the 5 on the floor. 3-point play is complete. It's a 5-point lead for Clinton, 22-17, here in the early stages of the second quarter. Jakaya Willis has played a brilliant game so far. Reed in the corner, driving is Smith, blew right past the defense and missed the layup. Brown into the front court. Catch and shoot by Williams, rims it in from 2. Carolina Christian has fought themselves back again. It's a 2-point game. This says 22-20 here. I've got 22-19. Shot no good. Offensive rebound now out to Smith for 3. Smith had 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, and away from the ball, we've got a foul called. Mines got tied up with Blue, and the foul is going to go on Blue. I think they're going to change it to 22-19. Let's see here. Yep, it was a two-pointer. I was fairly certain. Mines makes them pay after the foul. So first 22-19 with 7:44 to go here in the half. Catch and shoot again by Williams. This time it would have been a three. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Mascara. Attacking is Brown, hanging, banking, and scoring. So 24-21, 7:29 left to go. Willis, Logan Taylor, McDaniel from the free throw line. Around the rim, no. Nice box out there by Blue. And a foul called on Clinton. It's going to go on Mines. Second team foul on Clinton. And I believe that was incorrect. They're at the scoring table talking about it right now. So it was the second on the Lady Bears. They've also forgot to give Carolina Christian a team foul on Mines after they got tied up. It was Mines and Blue who committed the personal. Speaking of Blue, she's got the ball, had it ripped away by Taylor McDaniel. Mines driving right of the lane, into the lane, bucket is short. Brown the board. Brown now pushing. Brown attacks. A lot of one-on-one right now as Brown tries to follow her miss, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow will favor your Golden Bears. We had a little issue with the internet about a half hour before we started today, so I'm keeping an eye on things. If we do go down here, we might need to adjust things and or even set up a whole new stream. So it looks unlikely, but just in case that does happen, if you're watching and you see it go down and we can't get it back, give it a couple minutes. We'll have a new stream for you. Willis for three, yes! She has been on the money on both sides of the basketball here today, 27-21. Centurions, it's Williams open three off the back iron. So she hit one from the left side, not a three, but a deep two. Mosker a runner, no. Read the board. Willis into the forecourt. This is Smith for three. Nope. And the board by Hauser. Mosker up. Up and down we go. This is high octane. Not a lot of scoring. Well, Lady Bears offense has been cooking for the most part today. Centurions a little inconsistent. Now Willis will set up the offense here on this possession for Clinton. Taylor McDaniel, the roll, and bucket from three. Biggest lead of the night so far for Clinton. Logan Taylor McDaniel, 25% from three on the season, gets her first to go here tonight. 5.5 left to go here in the half. 9-point advantage. And that ball is airmailed out of bounds off the Centurions. Tamia Johnson-Charles checks into the game as Reed goes to the bench. Two subs for Carolina Christian. Amari Hightower, who has brought the offense for the Centurions, and Bass also back in the game. Here's Mines. Deep look at a two. Got it to go. Clinton up double figures by 11. Beating their opponents in the first three games by an average of 23. Hightower skies it for Bass in the corner. Back to Hightower near midcourt. Back to Bass. Williams. Entry pass deflected by Willis. Steal by Smith. Smith. 1,000 miles an hour, too strong off the glass. Mines tips it to Willis for three, too strong. And nice box out there by Bass for the Centurions as she wins the possession back for her team. So we're past the midway point here in the second quarter. Minnie Griffin coming back in. So Griffin checks back in. She hit a couple three-pointers off the bench in the first quarter. She'll replace Bass. Hightower surveys as she brings it into the forecourt. Guarded by Smith. Steps into a three. Off the left rim. Willis chases down another rebound. She's pushing. Almost lost the dribble. Got it back. Over to Johnson Charles on the wing. She attacks. Scoops it up. Misses it. Boy, we've seen some missed layups here tonight. Hightower attacks. Hightower, offensive foul. It's because she went up again. We've talked about this before. And when you go up with your elbow like that, they're going to call it every time. So both teams with 2 team fouls now here with 4:19 left to go in the second quarter. Willis lost the dribble. Good defense by Williams. Moscara throws it to the cutter underneath, and Griffin misses the layup, but Williams is there to clean it back up. 32-23, the palindrome. Smith. Smith with the crossover. Back out to Willis. Smith, defender went for the steal, gave her an option at the three. She took it and missed. Griffin, another rebound. Griffin attacks. Extra pass goes. The back door was all wide open, but Willis couldn't get it. It's cleaned up, though. Carolina Christian back-to-back buckets. It's a 7-point game. Willis on the wing. Taylor McDaniel between the circles. Tamia off 1 foot, the Dirk, and she's going to the line. Johnson Charles, you could tell, that's the second time we've seen her take that shot this year. 75% free throw shooter, too. Good free throw shooter. Looks like Tiffany Reed will come in here in a moment. Third team foul on the Centurions, who have cut it down to 7 after trailing by 11, which was their biggest deficit. Tamia Johnson-Charles, 11 points per ball game, 52% shooter from the field. Got both free throws. She'll come out of the game. Also averaging 3.7 steals, one of the forwards. So Reed is back in. The starters all out there right now for Clinton. Runner no good by Hightower. Taylor McDaniel throws it. It's intercepted by Brown. Forced that one. And then airmailed her pass out of bounds. So back-to-back turnovers. Johnson-Charles right back off the bench as Smith will sit down. 3:05 left to go here in the opening half. Willis brings it up. Johnson-Charles up top. Reed's entry pass deflected. Steal by Moscara. Brown not given any space. Scoops it to Griffin for 3. Not that time. Offensive rebound by Williams again, and she's blocked but fouled. So good hustle by Williams for the Centurions. Will send her to the line for 2 free throws. Both teams now with 3 team fouls. Ashanti Washington, freshman from Sumter, comes in for the first time tonight as Reed goes right back to the bench. 2:40 left to go here in the half. And Williams at the line. Chance to make it 7 again. Offensive rebound, Hightower. Boy, that was last touch, they say, by the Lady Bears. I thought there could have been a foul called there. It looks like Hightower's arm got pulled, but they do give the Centurions the basketball at least. Brown back to Hightower. The rainbow 3, yes! And we're going to get a timeout by the Centurions. 2:32 to go in the half. Clinton's led wire to wire, but the Centurions of Carolina Christian are hanging around. We'll be back in just a moment. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you here at Clinton in Rock Hill, South Carolina. 44 degrees, gray. It's fall for sure. Actually, it's winter today. It's going to warm up next week, though, if you don't like it. I personally love this weather, but that's just me. Mine spinning, coming up short. Tipped rebound. Brown's got another. Brown into the forecourt. Brown into the circle. Brown into the lane. Shot blocked by Johnson Charles. Tie up by Washington and Williams. And the possession arrow favors the Centurions. So it'll stay on this end of the court with 2:08 to go here in the half. Brown takes it to the wing. Williams catch and shoot. 3 is short. Rebound by Johnson Charles. Taylor McDaniel throws ahead to Willis. Good job by Carolina Christian getting back on defense. Willis had it poked from behind, but Mines is there. Fortunate break there for Clinton. Now the cutter, Taylor McDaniel. Defender went for the steal and left her wide open. Lead back to 7. So Carolina Christian's not led in this game. It's been a wire-to-wire to this point for Clinton. Every time it's a 5-point game. Usually the Lady Bears go on another run. This time Hightower attacks, and she's going to go to the free throw line on the 4th team foul for the Lady Bears. Alexis Hauser checking back in for Griffin. So that's 4 team fouls. Bonus for Carolina the rest of the way here in the half. And Hightower has her, let's see, this is her 5th free throw. Opportunity now to go 6 for 6. And she does. I tried to give her the broadcast jinx, Clinton fans. It didn't work. It only works with the home team, I think. Mine's in the corner. Taylor McDaniel, Hezzy, now she'll shoot it. Can't get it to go, and it's batted out of bounds off Brown, so it'll stay with the Golden Bears. Taylor McDaniel will inbound it. Willis in the corner, takes it to the wing, the step back, in and out. Punched out by Johnson Charles. Shot by Mines around the rim, no. Brown gets a rebound. Brown takes it right at the lane, blocked in the lane, put back by Hauser is good. And just like that, it's a 3-point game. Logan Taylor McDaniel, the hop step, banks it. They're going to count it in the foul. How about that shot by Logan Taylor McDaniel? She has been clutch this year. I mentioned she's the leading scorer on the team. And just a beautiful offensive play. Let's see if we can look at it. We're not going to be able to. Free throw no good. Johnson Charles, the rebound. Extra possession now. All right, Johnson Charles is fouled. Let's look at it again here and see if we can see where the foul is. So both teams now with 4 team. Oh, that's the 5th team foul. Well, there's the bucket. All right, I wanted to show the replay. I did. It's over. Free throws now for Tamia Johnson Charles, who, as I mentioned earlier, 75% on the season. So both teams in the bonus. The final 52.4 here in this second quarter. Law of averages says this is a definite make for Johnson Charles. Nope, missed it. So she's 2 for 4 today. Into the forecourt, Brown. Brown around Mines, swings it up top to Williams, attacks, throws it up, no. Offensive rebound, Williams, blocked but found. So Williams is going to go to the line. A relatively quick-moving first half, considering the fouls starting to pile up here in the second quarter. Clinton won't have another home game for 2 weeks, so we'll be off. We've been busy over the course of the last 8 or 9 days with 3 home games. Miscommunication there on the missed rebound, but fortunately, well, I was going to say Lady Bears keep it, but it was poked away from Taylor McDaniel, but they call it reach on Carolina Christian. So 2 shots now for Logan, who's a 77% free throw shooter. Logan Taylor McDaniel, her stat line here in the early going of this season. 19 points per ball game, 37% shooter, 9.3 rebounds, 4.3 assists, and 1.7 steals per game. That's the stat line that will have you out there for the bulk of the 40 minutes. Jamie Henson, number 3 for the Centurions, on for the first time here tonight. So about 3-second difference between game and shot clock late in this opening half. Brown doubled up, tosses it underneath to Hauser, and Hauser's fouled. Boy, Lady Bears got to figure it out defensively. They cannot stop fouling right now. Alexis Hauser at the line for 2. Misses the first. So 1 out of 2. 16 seconds left to go. Bears can hold for the final shot of the half if they choose to do so. Willis recognizes. Willis with 7. Willis throws it up, no. And a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Bears with 4.5 seconds left to go here in this half. Washington will inbound it. Looking for Taylor McDaniel. Logan from the half circle. Got a tough bucket. What a shot at the buzzer by Logan Taylor McDaniel. And we go to the half, 42-35. Let's run that one back before we take our break, because that was something. Logan Taylor McDaniel knew she was up against it, gave herself a little time, and then you can see a tough earned bucket as the clock hits 0. So Clinton takes a 7-point lead into the locker room. It's 42-35. Golden Bears have led wire to wire. We'll be back with the second half here from Clinton College in about 15 minutes. Don't go too far. Welcome back. Start of the third quarter, and it starts good for Carolina Christian. Shakira Brown gets a three-pointer to make it a 4-point game. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you here at Clinton College. First of a doubleheader, ladies first, and then the guys coming up about a half hour after this one's done. Tamia Johnson-Charles blocked but fouled. Same starters for Jessica Blair's team: Logan Taylor McDaniel, Kalia Smith, Tiffany Reed, Jakaya Willis, and Tamia Johnson-Charles, who goes to the free throw line. And I believe we have the same starters for Carolina Christian as well. That would be Brown, Hightower, Williams, Hauser, and Blue. Nope, I'm wrong. Griffin is getting the start, so we'll set the 5 here in a moment. Both free throws are good. Lead back to 6, 44-38. So it's Brown in the backcourt with Hightower and Williams, Griffin, and Hauser. Bank shot by Williams. 44-40. Carolina Christian coming in at 4-1. Clinton 3-0. Logan Taylor McDaniel throws it up and in. Boy, she is something. She is something to watch. Brown on the near side now for the Centurions. Throws it up over 2 defenders. Got her miss. Scoops it out to Williams, who's had a hot hand. Not that time. Brown's third try is not the charm either. And this time Reed finally collects. Willis into the forecourt. Open look at a 3 for Smith. It's long. And the rebound controlled by Taylor McDaniel. Underneath Reed. Reed banks it off the glass. 48-40 here in the first 90 seconds of the third quarter. Hauser attacks. Can't get it to go, but she's fouled. They started the game not calling much of any contact, and especially at the rim. And since the second quarter on, they've called everything at the rim and let nothing go. So Hauser, first free throw, no good. Taylor Mines, early sub in the second half, will come in for Coach Blair. Both teams with an early team foul in the first minute and a half as Hauser tries to get the second. She does. So 48-41, as I mentioned, Mines in, and who's coming out? Both players slapped her hand, and it's Tamia Johnson-Charles, who's in a bit of foul trouble, we presume, judging by the body language of Coach Blair there. Willis has played great so far here tonight, has it on the wing. Taylor McDaniel steps inside the arc, grazes the rim, that's all. Brown has got to be in double figures in rebounding already. Lost the dribble, though. Reed picks her pocket. Now it's Smith. Smith to Willis, fakes the 3, takes it to the elbow, and scores. Man, that was this kid has some IQ on her. High IQ player. Hightower into the forecourt. Hightower takes it right at the lane. Williams throws it away. Another steal, this one by Reed. Willis into the forecourt. Taylor McDaniel scoops it to Smith. Smith had 3 3-pointers in the first quarter. Willis gets a screen. Griffin on her on a switch. And a foul's going to be called. It'll be the second on the Centurions. Kalia Smith will inbound it. Brown coming out as Kayla Moscara comes in. So 20 on the shot clock, 7:24 to go here in the third quarter. I know there's some folks in Washington who have been watching the young freshman play. She got it to Taylor McDaniel. I just checked the stats at halftime. In fact, I know there are people from Washington who've been watching. So 3 quick team fouls in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter as Taylor McDaniel misses it short. Foul was on Williams, apparently. 1 out of 2, and just like that, the lead has grown out to 10. It's the second double-digit lead of the night for the Lady Bears. Clinton led by as many as 11 in the first half, and Willis is called for the block. That will be the second on Clinton. So we've had 5 fouls in the first 3 minutes, 3 of them on the Centurions and 2 on Clinton. Jasmine Blue checks into the game. Williams, goes out. Carolina Christian in the ACCA, and I know a lot about that organization because I worked with them for 5 years calling their national tournament. Blue gets the jumper from the baseline. They are the furthest eastern team in the United States in the ACCA, which is primarily up and down the Midwest from the Dakotas down to Texas. But they do have a team here in the Carolinas, Carolina Christian, and they also have a couple teams out in California as well. It's the smallest national collegiate organization in the country, of about 15 members, give or take any given year. Sometimes membership comes and goes in that organization, but they are the tiniest. Step back, Taylor McDaniel off the back iron. Tip for the rebound. Mines somehow found Smith, a trickler out to her, long on the 3. Griffin the rebound. Carolina Christian pushing. Griffin blocked but fouled by Willis. So both teams with 3 team fouls. Free throws to come for Minnie Griffin. And I'll tell you one thing about the ACCA. It is the smallest organization, the collegiate organization in the country, but I always enjoyed going out there to do their national tournament. Chris Lamb, who runs it, does a fantastic job out there in Missouri. And I was proud to do it for as many years as I got to before my knees got bad and the idea of a 16-hour drive was no longer appealing to me. Willis finger rolls it, but it's no good. Blue throws it underneath, looking for Griffin, and that's going to be a turnover. Ball goes back to Clinton. In terms of collegiate organizations, it goes NCAA Division I above everybody else. Then NCAA Division II, then NAIA, then NCAA Division III, then, well, actually, I missed a step there. We'll go back to that in a moment. I'm sure you're on the edge of your seat. So let's try it again. NCAA Division I, NCAA Division II, NAIA, USCAA Division I, NCAA Division III, and then you have a couple of Christian organizations, the NCAA, which has 2 divisions as well, and the USCAA. That's all of them, not counting the junior college organizations, by the way, but those are the 4-year ones. Ball deflected. Great defense by Taylor Mines off the bench. Willis on the near side. Will set up the offense. Centurion sprinted back on defense. Now Mines attacks. Mines short, but she's fouled. 4 team fouls already on Carolina Christian. 3 on the Lady Bears. Jasmine Blue comes out. Emia Bass checks into the game. So with 5:28 left to go, we're approaching the bonus for both teams already. It's because late in the first half, I said it's been a quick-moving game so far, and now we're all going to be here for 8 hours at least. This is on me, folks. I apologize. Taylor Mines' first free throws of the season in her second game. Got them both. So Clinton matches its biggest lead of the night now, 55-44. Past the midway point here in the third quarter. Bounce pass goes to Hightower, drives on the baseline. Now she'll back it out. Surveys against the zone here. Runner by Mascara bounces up. No. Reed, the board. Taylor McDaniel tosses full court. The full court tosses have not been working for the Lady Bears here tonight as Hightower goes coast to coast to put it up and in, cut it back to single digits. Couple of occasions where they've tried to force it off of a make or a miss, mostly off misses, of course. Past the midway point here in the third quarter, 4:46 to be exact. Taylor McDaniel drives right at the lane over 2 defenders, and a foul is going to be called. That's 5 already on the Centurions, so Taylor McDaniel was going to get 2 shots no matter what. Shakira Brown will come into the game. So Logan Taylor McDaniel came in at 77%. She's been money from the charity stripe here today. See, now the jinx works. It only works on the home team. If you were around last half, you know what I'm saying. Still a chance to make it double figures here. Nope. Is this going to be called on Brown coming over? Yeah, she climbed over Mines, who had position. Mines is shaken up. So Mines will go to the line. It looks like it was a contact lens. We hope. It wasn't? Oh, okay. It was a lens. Okay. So Avent comes in as Mines had to go to the bench to get her vision corrected. And Avent comes in cold off the bench and can't get the first one to go. She had been perfect from the charity stripe so far this year. Markayla. Got 1 out of 2. So the lead is back to double figures for Clinton. Clock issue will give us this false start here. So Centurions will restart it. Carolina Christian, as I mentioned, 4-1. In fact, their lone loss was to an NAIA program, Columbia International, 80-70 back on October 27th. Brown for 3, around the rim, no. Offensive rebound, Mascara, and the putback is good. Some second chance opportunities that normally Clinton stronger rebounding defensively than they have been tonight. Willis can't get it to go. Brown out on the run. Underneath Bass. Throws it up short. Taylor McDaniel and Brown collide. No whistle. Avent comes up short. Rebound controlled by Hauser, and we have an injured player for Carolina Christian. It's Brown. So 3:57 left to go. We're going to take a timeout for the injured player, and we'll come back here in just a moment. So back to live action. Chris Sheeman here with you. We'll check on Brown. Hopefully she'll be able to get back out there. Williams, I believe, coming back in for her for the Centurions. Inside 4 to go here in the third quarter. 8-point lead for your Lady Bears, who have led wire to wire. Closest that Carolina Christian has gotten was 2, and that was in the first quarter. They cut it to 3 briefly as well. Willis between the circles with it. Taylor McDaniel, it's batted out, and they say it's off of Logan. So good defense there by Bass, and Willis might have forced that one. Moscara will inbound it. Hightower into the forecourt. Williams in the corner, Bass back to Hightower on the wing. Back over to Bass for 3. Bounces up twice. No. Put back by Hauser. No. But she's fouled. So both teams are in the bonus over the final 3:09 of this one as the fouls have racked up here, especially in the third quarter. Taylor Mines back in the game now. Tiffany Reed has to come out. How many is that for Reed? She's got 3. Yeah, so she comes out. And Mines is back in. So Hauser at the line. Rims in the first one. Chance to make it a 6-point game now. Nope. Avent with the rebound. Clinton, we haven't seen much offensively from them as we've gone on here in the quarter. Let's see if this possession can change that. Nope. Avent had her pocket picked. Moscara with the steal. Nice pass, but Hauser had trouble with it, and back-to-back turnovers. 2:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Mines across the timeline into the forecourt. Hesitates. Drives in. Bucket is good. Inadvertent whistle. I believe they're going to count the bucket. So the bucket should still count. The clock is moving. And I think... Was the clock moving at all? Because there's still 2:42, and I believe that's where we were. So they're going to check on that. We're going to take a quick timeout while they get that squared away. So the bucket is good. There's 2:45 left to go here in the third quarter. The officials and the scoreboard getting together, make sure that it's okay. Correction, 58-49, as that bucket was good. So, Carolina Christian basketball. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you here on this chilly November night. You all just make yourself some hot cocoa and curl up with a blanket. Oh, man. Enjoy some basketball. That sounds nice. Hightower blows right past the defense. Bucket no good. Good position on the rebound by Hauser. She scores. So, 58-51. Centurions still hanging around. This is a good program, as I mentioned, at 4-1. Willis, too strong. Avent tried to tip it up. No. Hauser collects. Here's Williams. And that's too easy. Nearing 2 minutes to go. Clinton needs a bucket. Let's see if Logan can provide it. Can't get it. So the Bears have gone cold. Hightower poked from behind by Taylor McDaniel. So just 4 seconds off the shot clock. 1:49 to go here in the third quarter. And Hightower will inbound it for Carolina. Bass. Hightower in the corner. Posting up is Hauser. Turnaround shot. Yes. And it's a 3-point game. Timeout by Clinton. So Lady Bears in a bit of a funk right now with 1:38 left to go here in the third quarter, and the Centurions are coming charging back. We'll be back here after this timeout. You're watching Clinton basketball here on YouTube. Clinton basketball, they need a bucket. Hershima, glad to be back with you. They have gone cold. Logan Taylor McDaniel will inbound with 98 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Willis on the near side, directing traffic. Willis and Mines with Smith, Taylor McDaniel, and Avent. Mines hangs and scores. Big bucket by one of the leaders of this team, Taylor Mines. Hightower bounce passes it over to Bass. Williams back to Hightower now. Hightower splits two defenders, dumps it underneath to Hauser. Defender fell down, and Hauser's having a field day underneath. She's got some size, and they're using it, the Centurions, to their advantage. Willis into the forecourt. Willis gets a pick. Mines, that's through the hands of Smith. It's a steal by Hightower. Hightower lays it up, got it to go as she was falling down. It's a 1-point game. Centurions have not led. Now Hightower picks the pocket, drives in, yes, and the foul. It's the first lead for the Centurions here today. And Hightower with a chance for a 3-point play. Amari Hightower has been perfect from the line. She had 5 free throws in the first half. Correction, 6. This is number 7. Got it to go. 2-point game. 5-second difference between the game and shot clock. An ugly third quarter for the Bears, who pushed the lead back out to 11 at one point in this quarter to match their biggest lead. But they have gone ice cold. Logan Taylor McDaniel is just throwing up shots. There's not a lot of flow. Fortunately, they get a steal, and again, another 4 shot. They're just trying to do too much one-on-one. The ball was deflected out. It was last touched by the Centurions, so it'll stay on this side of the court. You've got 11.9. Use the 11.9, get some ball movement, and get a good shot. Taylor McDaniel, top of the key. Taylor McDaniel throws it up, draws contact, but still all one-on-one stuff right now for Clinton. So Logan can at least tie us up here if she can hit a couple free throws. Both teams have been in the bonus since about the 3-minute mark. Good on the first. So tied at 62, 5.6 to work with for the Centurions. Hightower quickly. Hightower into the lane, throws it up, got it to go. Some high-octane offense from Amari Hightower has propelled the Centurions to a 2-point lead. One more quarter to go, 10 more minutes before this one's in the books. Let's see if your Lady Bears can come from behind and find their offensive rhythm in the fourth quarter. We'll be back in just a moment. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. Clinton in a rare position this season, and in most seasons, trailing as we enter not the third, but the fourth quarter. So 10 more minutes left to go. It'll be Lady Bears basketball. And the offense got stagnant in that third quarter. Smith, 3 3-pointers in the first quarter. We haven't heard anything from her since. It's been a pretty short bench for Jessica Blair here tonight. Willis for 3. Can't get it to go. And Tamia Johnson-Charles is checked back into the game. So it was last touch by Carolina Christian. Fortunate for the Lady Bears, they'll get another crack at this possession here. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Smith will inbound it, kind of in that awkward corner over there. Willis. Taylor McDaniel back to her in the corner. Jakaya drives in, throws it up, got it to go. That's more like it. 9.5 to go, we got a tie ball game. Browns had a good night. Moscara. Williams. Griffin. Back to Moscara. Looking to post up again, Hauser, and Hauser draws the foul. Tamia Johnson-Charles, the guilty party. That, I believe, is 4 on her. 2 subs. Hightower, after a short breather, comes back in. Emia Bass also checking in. Now Taylor Mines has to come in for Johnson-Charles, who didn't make it past the first minute of the fourth quarter. Alexis Hauser has really settled in, struggling a bit from the free throw line, but she has been a weapon as Carolina Christian using her size to their advantage, especially on that right block here in this second half. So 1 out of 2, Centurions back up by 1. Mines, she'll shoot the 3, no good. Taylor McDaniel, an offensive rebound. Willis, extra pass to Smith for 3, airballed it. Reed, the offensive rebound, no. Mines, another offensive rebound. Let's try it again. Smith for 3, still no good. Another offensive rebound. Reed to Mines, step back jumper, no. There is a lid on the hoop right now for Clinton. It is just not falling. Hightower attacks. She is red hot. Hightower the steal. Got another one. It's looking like a video game on easy mode right now for Hightower. Smith will back it out. Lady Bears being tested for the first time this season and not responding great right now. Hightower extra pass. Williams, no. Tip for the rebound. Hauser's going to get there. One player's not even back on defense. And Hightower gets another one. Just like that, a 7-point game. All the momentum with the Centurions. Timeout Clinton. 8:02 left to go. Lady Bears with some work to do. We'll be back. So 8:02 left to go. There's the upcoming schedule, by the way. Had the wrong time, so Monday's times on your screen right now are corrected. Early start on the 22nd because of the Thanksgiving break, which is good for me because I'm driving from here to Ohio that night. Lady Bears up against it, facing some pressure. Mine's no trouble as she brings it up. The clock has not started, and the clock never started. So we're at 8 minutes left to go. Has the officials recognized that? They have not. Brown will come out. Mascara comes in. First team foul on the Centurions here in the quarter. So Lady Bears now down by 7. They're going to get it. They got a little extra time, maybe 10 extra seconds in the ball game. Taylor McDaniel now between the circles. Taylor McDaniel, the runner, yes. Now that was one-on-one, but that was much prettier. Not forcing it, taking what the defense gives you. Smith trying for the steal. This has been the bread and butter, as is Willis. And it doesn't work, but Williams comes up short. Rebound controlled by Taylor McDaniel. Ball deflected out. Mines dives for it. Saves it to Reed. Throw ahead to Willis. Willis attacks. She's doubled up, so she'll back out and wait for her teammates. It's going to get hectic, folks. Stay with us. 5-point game. Taylor McDaniel over the block. It stays with Reed. Reed, 2 efforts, no. Reed, 3rd time, she's stripped, and they say she touched it last. Blue will come back in for Carolina Christian. Jasmine Blue in for Hauser, who played great, especially in the 3rd quarter. But it's really been the Hightower show. Now it's a steal on the inbound. Smith carried the basketball. Oh, Willis buries the 3, too. That rubs some salt in the wounds. So Hightower now to inbound. Hightower turned the ball over 3 times early in the 1st quarter, but has really settled in. Now she draws a foul on Smith. That's the 2nd now on Clinton. Still a 5-point game. An eternity to go. Lady Bears trying to turn up the pressure defensively and get some of that momentum back. So Blue goes right back to the bench now. Brown comes in. Brown, an extra ball handler. It's tipped by Willis. Great defense again. Another steal. Now a tie-up, and the possession arrow favors who? Where are we going? Oh, they called time. So Clinton gets credit with timeout. 6:52 left to go. The defense starting to clamp down for the Lady Bears. We'll see if the offense can pick up here in just a moment. .652 to go in the game. Carolina Christian had trailed for most of the 3 quarters of this one, then went up by 7. Now it's down to 5. Lady Bears looking for more. Chris Sheeman back here with you. And Chili Rock Hill. Willis attacks, goes glass, can't get it. Moscara the rebound. She had it poked from behind. Ball deflected. Taylor McDaniel has it. Logan throws it off the glass, counted in the foul. And a chance for a 3-point play from Logan. Taylor McDaniel. Let's take another look at this one. I thought she might swing it out to Willis, who was open in the corner for a 3. Instead, takes the defense, draws the contact, bucket, and the foul. As you see the bench erupt. So both teams with 2 team fouls with 6:31 left to go in the ball game. Taylor McDaniel completes the old school 3-point play, and it's a 2-point game again. Carolina Christian got to figure out this press. Hightower, ball tipped, and it's deflected. It's another steal. Willis for 3, yes! And the Lady Bears retake the lead. Back quickly, Hauser answers. Back and forth we go. Smith thought about it. Willis left alone, she'll shoot another and bury it again! Jakaya Willis buries another one, 75-73. Hightower, it's a 4-on-1 now. Throwing it up, Moscara can't get it to go. Underneath it's Hauser, and they can't stop Hauser. Too much size. Now it's intercepted by Hauser. A wild 4th quarter. Open look at a 3. Moscara, yes! And just like that, Carolina Christian back up by 1. Edge of your seat stuff here in Rock Hill tonight. It's cold outside. It is hot in this gym. Willis slows it down now, nearing the midway point. Taylor McDaniel has been attacking. Banks another one. Talking some smack back down the court. 77-76. Hightower carried it. Yep. The pressure is working. I mentioned Hightower had a sloppy start to this game. She's played brilliant up until that most recent turnover since the opening minutes, though. She's really been the spearhead to this comeback, but that's a big turnover, and everything now is big. Brown comes out, and it looks like they got Williams back in the game. So Jakaya into the forecourt. Taylor McDaniel over to Smith in the corner. Now Willis on the wing. From the free throw line, banks it off the glass. That's what that white square is for, folks. Use it. 79-78, the correct score. Make it 80-79. Again, we were off a bit. Apologies. 4:28 left to go. Willis on the wing. Willis had it poked, but a foul is going to be called on Blue. 3 team fouls on Carolina, 2 on the Lady Bears. Now it's a steal by Blue, so she makes up for the foul. Had a 3 on nobody. Williams running, and it's a 3-point lead for Carolina. Centurions up 82-79, nearing 4 to go. Taylor McDaniel lost the handle on it, getting sloppy again. Hightower's pass tip, but everybody's running out, and Moscara collects. 5-point lead just like that. Lady Bears got to settle down, and they're going to call time. Now the score again here is 3. 3:51 left to go. It'll be a full timeout. We're going to get the score situated here. I believe it's 82-79, and I had the score right the first time. There's been issues with the scoring table tonight, folks, and it's not been a good week for that here at home. We'll be back, get it all sorted out. Okay, so 82-79, and nobody seems to have a problem with it. That's what I thought the score was. So I think we're on the right track. Entry pass is deflected. Willis has to try to save it. Almost traveled in the backcourt. It's Mines into the forecourt. She had it poked away, but no real estate to work with there for the Centurions. Both teams have really turned up the defensive pressure in a relatively high-scoring game. Reed to inbound it. Willis. 3:39 and counting. Willis can't get it to go, and we're back to a lot of one-on-one. Now Taylor McDaniel and Hightower tie it up. Possession arrow will favor the Centurions. So 3-point game, and Carolina Christian will call for time. 3:31 left to go. We'll be back in a tight one. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Sheeman here with you. 3-point lead for the Centurions at 82-79. Centurions want to check the score with 3:31 left to go, so they've gone over to the book. And so we're back to this discussion. Everybody's caught up to me. I was questioning it before that timeout. So it will be 84. So 84-79. With 3:31 left to go. Centurions basketball. Boy, Brown tiptoeing on the line. Pressure is on. Down by 5 now after the score change. Underneath, it's Williams. Can't get it, but she's fouled. So both teams now with 3 team fouls down the stretch. Emya Bass coming in. Shakira Roberts will come out. First free throw in and out. Opportunity now. Got to box out if you're the Lady Bears. Missed them both. Taylor McDaniel the rebound. Free throws have not been a strong suit for the Centurions tonight. That might be something to explore down the stretch for the Lady Bears. Willis out to Smith for 3. Can't get it to go. Reed had position for the rebound, just couldn't come up with it. And right at the 3-minute mark, Brown's going to come back in for Bass or Carolina. And the Centurions will get the basketball back. Hightower, several steals and buckets here in this one. Brown, step back, short, and it's going out of bounds. Back to the Centurions. Or excuse me, back to the Lady Bears. Now Bass is back in. And Brown is out. A little defense for offense. Substitutions from the team from Winston-Salem. Smith brings it into the forecourt. Still plenty of time for the Lady Bears. Just got to gather and get back to that Good ball movement. Smart offense that was working for them earlier in this game. Back out to Mines, catch and shoot three. That's what I'm talking about. Shot doesn't go down, but that's the kind of offense that will get you where you need to go. Hightower splits three defenders and scores. Nobody really picked her up. Logan Taylor McDaniel into the forecourt, attacks. Got to get a quick bucket, missed it long. And the body language right now not good for the Lady Bears as we go inside 2 minutes. Carolina Christian looking for its biggest lead. Near side, it's Green. Or excuse me, it's Hightower. Hightower swings it out. Bass for three. No. And, two players go for the rebound, and they fumble it out of bounds. It's just been that kind of a second half for Clinton. That's the microcosm of it right there in one play. Just a bit of a funk here tonight. Now they got to get stops. It's a 3-possession game. Hightower steps into it, airballs it. It's going to be saved. Ball deflected, and are they going to call a foul on Mines? No, it's going to go on Hauser. That will be her, the team's fourth. So Bears basketball. These are must-do-something possessions now with 90 seconds to go. Willis into the forecourt. Don't have to go too fast, but you got to make these possessions count. Taylor McDaniel. Taylor McDaniel, the crossover. Hangs, banks it, in and out. Tip for the rebound, and it's last touched by the Lady Bears. Clinton's only got 3 team fouls, so to start to think about extending the game through fouls, might want to get aggressive here. Oh, beautiful. Can't get the bucket, though, so still an opportunity here for the Lady Bears. Inside a minute. Taylor McDaniel fakes the 3. Steps inside the arc, the rainbow, swish. 2-possession game with 51 ticks on the clock. It's 86-81. Is there a timeout? Why is everybody just standing around? It's a timeout. So, Centurions call for time, 5-point game. We'll be back. See if the Lady Bears can come back. So 1 timeout each. Left in the game, 51.5 on the clock. And remember, in the ladies' game, you can advance to half court. Goes into Roberts. She's tied up but fouled by Smith. And that's fine if you're Clinton, because you want to get the fouls up. Now it's 4, so both teams are in the bonus the rest of the way. Into Hightower. Hightower doubled up. Oh, she's in the backcourt, but they call a blocking foul. They called a blocking foul, but she was in the backcourt. Oh, man, that's tough. So that's going to do it for Smith. Mia Johnson-Charles will come out. And 2 shots now for Hightower. Oh, boy. Oh, man. That was... That was close. Short on that one, Hightower. That's her first miss of the night. She's been the lone bright spot from the charity stripe for Carolina. So you want to try to, down the rest of this stretch, avoid fouling her. Now, either way, it's a two-possession game. Missed them both. Chasing down the rebound is Reed. Got to go quickly. Here's Mines. Pull up short. And the rebound's going to be controlled by the Centurions. Got to foul again. Got to foul again. And they needed the foul Brown, and now they got to foul somebody here. They're just letting them dribble it out. And finally, Hightower gets fouled, but like 15 seconds came off the clock. And you wanted the foul Brown. Hightower, even though she looked tight on the last two, is their best free throw shooter, at least tonight. Well, two can seal it. One, there's a glimmer of hope. Missed it again. So still a glimmer of hope. Got to think about the three now if you're the Lady Bears. Still only one timeout with 18.9. We'll see what Coach Blair elects to do. Probably will try to save it. So it's a 6-point game. Got to go for three. Now, two's not really going to do much for you. Got to get a three. Mines from downtown. Can't get it to go, and this one is going to be over. Out on the run, Mosquera lays it up and in, and the first loss of the season for the Golden Bears tonight. 88-81 is your final as the Centurions trail for most of the first three quarters and come out of here with a victory. Well, like I said, folks, that's going to be it for a few weeks. Clinton wraps up a three-game homestand at 3-1 on the year. Their next game is at Morris on Saturday. That should be a fun rematch. And then Edward Waters on Monday on the road. And then at Voorhees next Saturday. Our next Lady Bears game will come at you on the 18th of November. It's 2 Thursdays from tonight, 2 weeks from tonight. SC Faith comes to town. We'll have that one for you at 5:30. Stick around, folks. We got these same two teams. The men's side is coming up next. Once again, your final score, Carolina Christian 88, Clinton 81. My name's Chris Sheeman. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back with game number 2 in about 15 minutes. Don't go too far.